Throughout this series of videos, we've explored the principles behind genetic evaluation. For Australian beef, cattle and sheep producers, the breed plan and sheep genetics evaluation systems have been developed over more than 30 years. Importantly, the evaluations have been backed by the efforts of breeders to collect the data and make the selection decisions which have driven genetic progress, increasing livestock productivity and agriculture's contribution to the Australian economy. The systems themselves have become increasingly sophisticated and robust over time, with developments including modelling to allow phenotypes to be partitioned into their genetic and environmental components, the ability to compare animals across herds and flocks distributed across Australia, expansion of the number of traits available to better describe breeding objectives, the ability to compare animals across breeds in the lamb plan meat sheep sector, and the inclusion of genomic information over the last decade. Today, the scale of these systems is quite remarkable, and across the major sheep and cattle breeds, we have more than 18 million animals in the extended pedigree, with 1.2 million DNA tests, 64 million trait records on up to 90 traits in the largest evaluation for merino sheep, in data pipelines updating breeding values and indexes on a fortnightly basis. Evaluation systems have been transformed over the last decade by the use of genomics, underpinned by investment in reference populations to create accurate genomic predictions, including beef information nucleus herds, southern multibreed, repronomics, and the MLA reference flock in sheep. As the benefits have become more apparent and the cost of genotyping has come down, the number of sheep and cattle genotyped has grown exponentially. Validations of the impact of genomics in breed plan show average increases in accuracy across traits of 25% or more for the breeds with the largest reference population. And as we've seen in our accuracy video, increased accuracy is directly related to increased genetic gain. High rates of genetic gain in sheep have been sustained over a long period of time, but since genomic information was introduced to the evaluation in 2017, the rate of progress has increased up to 1.7 times more than the rate between 2000 and 2010. The impact of genetic evaluation systems on sheep and beef production in Australia has been enormous, but what does the future hold? Historically, the focus of genetic improvement has been on output traits such as improved growth rates, carcass and eating quality, reproduction, and for sheep, wool production and quality. More recently, the challenges facing sheep and beef production have grown through rising input costs, climate change, and societal expectations for ethical production. And genetic evaluation will have to evolve to address these issues. The traditional output traits will still be important, but must be balanced with the need for healthy and resilient animals managed sustainably to high standards of welfare and with low environmental impact. In addition, we will need the capacity to compare both sheep and beef cattle across breeds and to benchmark commercial animals to evaluations. Any sheep or beef animal, anywhere, anytime.